right, so I'm going to go over the personal responsibility essay. The personal responsibility essay is the last essay of the semester, and the idea is that it's an essay about your writing choices during the semester. In that sense, it's a reflection, but it also satisfies the requirement for the course to do at least one assignment on personal responsibility. So you can find that module here inside of our course modules folder. And when you click on that folder, you'll see this. The first item is a writing choices essay directions, and the second item is the writing choices essay turn it in assignment. So this is where you would submit your essay when you complete it, and here are the directions. So let's go through those directions really quickly. So the writing choices essay assignment, write a 500-word essay that explains what you have learned about the writing process from your essays this semester. Your basic question to answer is as follows. What have I learned about the elements in the rubric from the comments and revisions I have made this semester? This essay is informal and it can use first-person pronouns, I, me, and my. So the idea here is to reflect on the 3 other essays that you submitted, and maybe even some of your other assignments as well, and to use those and the feedback I gave you as examples of things that you learned this semester about writing, and especially how your own choices as a writer can be improved and can affect the quality of the writing. Okay, so the next page we have here, thesis elements and structure. Your essay can focus on 2 or 3 elements on the rubric and explain what you have learned about those elements this semester. The elements of the rubric you will discuss needed to be mentioned in your thesis. If your discussion of 2 elements from the rubric will create a 500-word essay, then your paper only needs to discuss 2 elements. If your essay would not be 500 words, then discuss 3 elements. Possible thesis statements. When I reviewed the comments on my short story partial draft, I decided that I would improve the content by adding more in-depth analysis, improve the organization by more clearly identifying the literary elements to be discussed in the thesis and topic sentences, and improve the style by editing the word choice to create more sophisticated diction. Because my final story essay earned a 77, I decided that I would write a stronger drama research partial draft by including strong quotations from my primary and secondary sources and by creating a thesis and topic sentences that identified a well-written theme. All right, so we can see that we have addressed, in these theses, we've addressed how we improved over the semester by referring to specific elements from the rubric and specific ways in which those elements were improved. So for example, the element content was improved. And how did that improve? By adding more in-depth analysis. Organization was improved. How is it improved? By clearly identifying literary elements in the thesis and topic sentences. Okay, and finally, the style, that's another element, was improved by editing the word choice to create more sophisticated diction. So each of those, content, organization, and style, are elements of writing in the rubric that you can improve in very specific ways. So those are the things that you'll be identifying in this essay. All right, paragraph development. So you're going to want to use ACE's paragraph development or your paragraph structure of choice. But here's how it might look like with an ACE's structure in your paragraph. So I have learned how to improve the content in my essays by applying the ACE's model in my short story essay. So what supports that topic sentence? On my first partial draft, the content in my essay was assessed as being poor. I wanted to improve my grade to very good. What evidence? I decided to add quotations from the story. So this is one way that the content was improved, and that was with quotations. The first quotation I added was add the quotation you included. So that's a placeholder, right? This quotation helped my paper better develop my analysis because and explain what was added. The second quotation I added was add the quotation you included. This quotation also helped my paper better convey my thesis because, and then explain blah, blah, blah. Overall, adding quotations made my paper much stronger because my final draft received very good for content. So we have the topic sentence, and then we focus on each of the things that we did to develop this particular literary element. So in this case, content. How did we do it? With quotations. So we list all the quotations that we added to improve the content. And then we summarize that. And we do this for as many body paragraphs as we need to support our thesis. So the point here is to reflect on the comments that you were given over the semester and reflect on how you have become a better writer by changing your writing after receiving those comments. Basically, the personal responsibility aspect is, how can I be a better writer? What specific actions can I take to become a better writer? And how did I implement those actions over the semester? So, like I said, this is only a 500-word essay. It should be a short, quick essay compared to the other ones this semester, and it doesn't have to use any source citations, except for if you're going to cite the essays that you actually wrote. So, other than that, that's pretty much the Writing Choices essay directions. So if you have any questions, just email me and let me know.